is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is up, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Teague going to Atlanta again, a place where he was able to build his career, a place where he was able to become a all-star, a place that's very dear to his heart. He know the people, he know the fans, he had family there, and he really had the best times of his career in Atlanta, and they know what he can do as an organization because they had him before. They know how he works, they know how he fits, and they know how to utilize him, even though the coaching is different. Jeff Teague still has a similar play style, and he still has a great feel for the game and understanding of the game, even though he wasn't getting that many minutes. In Minnesota, they needed a backup point guard. In Atlanta, and you get a guy that can facilitate, a guy that can knock down some threes, penetrate sometimes, and just be aggressive. The worst part about Teague right now is that he's very inconsistent, and he's been like that even in Atlanta. You don't really know if he's going to be aggressive one game. You don't know if he's going to be passive another game. You don't know what type of Teague you're going to get mentality-wise every game. And coming off the bench seems kind of funny because he was a starting point guard there for so long, and now he's coming off the bench for a guy that's so much younger than him and don't have the NBA experience and the winning experience like Teague has. But, I think that this is a good pickup for them. And then they obviously say that this opens up a roster spot, which is being confirmed that Minnesota's going all in for D'Angelo Russell, who they have been rumored that they've been trying to get for the longest time, ever since the summertime, because Towns and Russell are good friends. And he does, like I said before, gives them something that they don't have, and that's a guy that can knock down threes off the dribble and create. Towns is one of the best scorers at that center position ever, being able to hit the mid-range jumper, being able to hit free throws, being able to hit threes as a trail man, as a spot-up man, being able to throw him the ball in the post, and he can face up and shoot over people. He can back down and use his hook shot, and he can just finish at the rim, whether he's rolling to the rim or, you just give him the ball, he'll find a way to get you a bucket. But it is a lot more difficult when you don't have guys that can really put pressure on the defense. And D'Angelo Russell is a guy that if you don't pay attention to him or you underrate him, he's going to light you up. And you see that in Golden State. This is a guy that can get you 15 to 20 points easily. And he can get you 30 easily. This guy can literally get, if you're going to the screen too slow, he's pulling up right away. This is a guy that if you give him a little space, he's taking advantage of it. This is a guy that is handling the ball off those screens and getting right to the paint for pull-up jumpers and floaters. So D'Angelo Russell, he's not a scrub. He's not the greatest player. He's not the best player, but he is a scorer that they don't have. And like I said, having Teague and the other guys, they just don't have the scoring upside that Russell has. And even though you can say Ricky Rubio was a better defender, you can say he was a better passer, it's a great thing where you can do both. And the best part about D'Angelo Russell is he can play off the ball too, being able to knock down spot up threes and attack the paint if they close out on them and make plays outside of that. And they just don't have that right now. But if they do get D'Angelo Russell, I don't think that make them the best team. I don't think it makes them a playoff team automatically, but it does make them better from an upgrade over Jeff Teague. We just have to see what they decide to give up to get D'Angelo Russell, and hopefully they don't give up too much, because honestly, the Minnesota Timberwolves don't really have much in general. When it comes to young talent, when it comes to assets, they don't really have nothing that drives me crazy if I'm Golden State, and it makes me want to rush and get a deal done. But we knew coming into this season that D'Angelo Russell might not be on the team this whole season.
we knew that D'Angelo Russell might not be on the team next season. So let's not act like we're surprised that he's already in trade rumors, and let's not act surprised that Golden State is looking through offers for him. Even though I think D'Angelo Russell has had a pretty solid season, not the greatest, not the best, but he has been solid and he has been battling injuries a lot. But it will be a lot more fun playing with Towns and enjoying that for the next couple years. And I can understand why he signed with Golden State. He feeling like he's going to a winner. He's feeling like he can really learn a lot from Steph. They can have a lot of fun. Obviously, the season didn't go the way he wanted to go, or Steph wanted to go to Thunder. I mean, the Golden State Warriors wanted to go. But, he still went out there and competed and tried when he could. And now it's just about seeing, is he really going to be going to Minnesota? And that's just going to be the thing that's crazy. But I personally think that even if you look at Alan Crabbe, he hasn't been the guy that you need him to be. He hasn't been the consistent shooter. He hasn't been, worth the money that he had. They thought that they was getting something that can really fit with Trae Young, a guy that can really kill you off the ball like he did back in the day. And that's just not the case right now. His jump shot just not where it needs to be. And, having a losing culture so far in Atlanta can, make you be miserable too, as you want to win. You put all the effort to win, and it's just not enough. And you've come up short so many times that, you don't have the same motivation. And that's why usually a bad team has bad habits, and it's hard for them to shake them when they used to losing, just because that's what they've been. That's their environment. That's their culture right now. So being on Atlanta, not the greatest thing. I don't think Jeff Teague is going to be the biggest difference maker. I don't think he's going to make them significantly better because he didn't really do much for the Timberwolves this entire season. But I think Jeff Teague is just ready for a new chapter as he is a free agent this year. He's just trying to go out there and compete and do it whatever he can. And I feel like he's still an NBA player. I feel like he still can make a roster. But at this point of his career, he's just not the same player. And it's mainly due to the lack of athleticism and a lack of skill that he has lost over the years. And the fact that he never became a great 3-point shooter really destroyed his longevity when it comes to being the starter. He just didn't have the same impact. His defense just isn't there. And at the end of the day, his offense took a hit too. Even though he's still a quality player and an NBA player, he's just not that much of a difference maker, and neither is Alan Crabbe. So I don't really think Atlanta gave up much. They got a guy that they really needed at that position and gave up a guy that really wasn't giving them that much production at the end of the day anyway. So you don't get a long-term commitment. You don't really miss Alan Crabbe. And at the same time, you get a guy that can fill a need on your team roster. So the trade makes sense, and the trade ain't going to change the NBA, but it is a trade that makes a lot more sense for the Hawks. And obviously, like I said, for the Timberwolves, you get a guy that can be a salary cap filler. People love aspiring contracts, especially teams that's trying to rebuild or teams that's trying to get assets. So Alan Craft gives you that. Plus, you know, he is a higher salary. So we really want to see what's going to happen with the Minnesota Timberwolves and if they try to go all in on getting D'Angelo Russell. And we're going to see if that's the right decision. But until now, this trade makes sense. This trade is pretty solid. And at the end of the day, I really want to see how this thing plays out. But at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think. Do you think this trade is going to make a difference? Do you think Jeff Teague is going to reinvent himself? Do you think Jeff Teague is on his way out of the league? Do you think Jeff Teague can play still? Or do you think he's washed up and he's done? What do you guys feel about Alan Crabb? This is a guy that's been overpaid and overrated by a lot of people. And now he's just bouncing from team to team as he's no longer a guy that's a high priority or a guy that really warrants a long time extension. So I can see Alan Crabb for here on out getting a bunch of 1 year deals in the future. I don't think too many teams are going to really commit to him long term as an investment just because you don't really know how he's going to play from game to game. But also his best attribute is his best skill is knocking down threes, and he hasn't been able to do that at the rate and at the time as much as you want him to do it. And I think that really hurts his value right now as a player. If you can't really defend and you can't really knock down a three consistently, how can I really give you a lot of money and give you a lot of commitment when you can't even, really master any skill? Because you look at Alan Crabbe, he's not really great in that many other areas in his game. He's mainly known as a shooter, and he hasn't been able to do that consistent enough so far. So I really want to see where his career go also. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. I appreciate it. And let me know who you feel like won this trade. Let me know if you feel like it's a fair trade. And at the same time, let me know at the end of the day, do you think D'Angelo Russell can be a big difference maker for the Wolves, or will they still be stuck in mediocrity and just be an okay team, even with D'Angelo Russell? They already done that this year, but getting D'Angelo Russell, will it make a difference, or will it just be them getting a move that can make Towns happier for the next couple years, but not actually a championship contender in Minnesota? And that's gonna be the crazy part about it, committing that much salary to Russell, Wiggins, and Towns, and you're not even going to be a great team on paper. But we got to see how it fits and how they play together. But I'm gone. Quinn Wade basketball analysis. I'm gone, and I'm ready to see what else trades happen at the trade deadline as the trade deadline approaches. But let me know what you guys think about this current trade.